Hey guys, this is Bezmor bringing an interesting video which I can't quite call a 1v1, but you'll see why. This is a 1v1 with a wizard from Gold Diggers. They are full S3, I think plus 11-ish. They've got an Emperor Tome, a rank 9 recast ring, pretty good, like actually really good gear to be honest. So I thought it would be kind of a fun fight, but it turns out interesting. Let's leave it at that. So first of all, Wizard vs Psychic, it's a really stupid fight because neither side has a really good win. The Wizard with their Stone Barrier up means none of your Psychic Earth skills are going to hit them for any damage at all. Like if you get a crit, maybe 6k, but I mean this is like a plus 11 Wizard, like 6k, notice he's got full buffs, that means absolute nothing. So you have to rely on your water skills entirely for damage. While on the other hand, you've got the Wizard, right? They have to get through Soul of Silencing, and the fact that if you use White Voodoo, you're immune to wizards, like literally. You'll see at one point in this fight, he triple sparks, uses the Genie skill Spark, and then hits me with a Phoenix, and it does only 5k damage on a crit, because White Voodoo is just broken. White Voodoo plus having, high enough magic defense really just negates Wizard. So it's a really stupid fight back and forth, especially with full buffs, because literally neither side is going to die. And this Wizard in particular, I'm going to say it straight off the bat, is not a good Wizard. Please do not be trying to learn from this Wizard. This is not how you play Wizard. He basically, as you can see, he tried to do a Blade Tempest one-shot. That's all he's trying to do. Use Blade Tempest with Spark while he has Undyne Strike on to try and get a one-shot. That's a great thing in TW, I guess. But in a 1v1 scenario, it's so blatantly obvious what you're trying to do that anybody with a brain and the right Genie can completely negate that entire thing. So as you can see, I have Soul of Fire and my Belief Genie on, and I almost killed the guy here. And the only reason I didn't is because he Holy Pathed out of range, so I couldn't finish. But as I was saying, knowing how wizards can kill is all you need to have basically to 1v1 them, because if you know how they're going to try and kill you, you can immediately counter really easily with Soul of Fire, White Voodoo, Sages who have Purify. You can just purify their debuffs off and sit there and laugh. It's really easy. Killing them is the tricky part, and the only reason I wasn't able to kill him over the duration of this fight is his Purify proc. Literally, I'd get so close and then his Purify would not do that, or my restun didn't proc, or he just kited it out, and so it's kind of like, it's really depressing trying to kill him. The other thing you'll notice that this wizard does is never once try to block Soul of Stunning. That is basically giving me his cooldowns for free. Like the very start of the fight, I proc Soul of Stunning, and I burn his Sleep skill, which is like a 3-minute cooldown. A 3-minute cooldown is a pretty huge cooldown. As you can see, he just used his Apoth there. So I'm getting all these free cooldowns. All I have to do is try to keep him in attack range for about 10 seconds, and I can do the DPS to kill him. The problem is with Purify proc and the fact that he has Distant Shrink and he's running away from me all the time, it doesn't really help out. So as you can see, I'm trying to use Diminished Vigor. Bottom line, if a wizard is going to be dumb enough to let you stun them constantly and not badge it for that matter, then all you have to do is blow them up. If you've got a good wizard you're playing against, it's going to come out to be a draw if both players are skilled either way. There's no way around it. I mean, it's such a stupid 1v1 if you ask me, Wizard versus Psychic. It really takes one of them screwing up really, really badly, or one of them getting really, really lucky. For example, if the Wizard got a crit that was with Spark maybe, they could one-shot the Psychic, only if they're in Black Voodoo. And as you can see, I stay in Black Voodoo for a huge majority of this fight because this Wizard is not applying any real pressure. The only time, right there, a 7k crit, that's the biggest stuff that's happening to me. But because he's spamming Gush instead of things like Glacial Snare, Sandstorm, it's really not that big a deal. And here was interruption number 1. The archer was smart enough to ask if it was a 1v1 before he tried to kill this guy, and I don't think he was in Vent, so he didn't hear me say it. And then the Sin attacked. But it's okay, nothing happened. We stopped, and then we restarted a second later. So that was interruption number 1. And at this point I was getting kind of annoyed that he kept just getting away with a little bit of HP, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do because Purify proc is so annoying. And the fact that I can't use my earth skills to do real damage because they hit harder than your water skills just in general. So it's kind of a huge disadvantage. in the fight, and since we're both fully buffed, it's really pointless. But anyways, back to the fight. We restart, and I decided to restart the fight even though my psi buffs were about to run out because I figured this guy's gonna let me recast him anyways. And I wasted that soul of stunning just to recast him because literally soul of silence plus white voodoo, this guy's not gonna, like, you won't die to a wizard with that. Like, there's nothing they can do pretty much to kill you, especially if you've got even better gear than I do. Mine's like plus 10 with, like, I have empty shards in one of them and immaculate garnet shards in the rest, so it's like I have junk gear, but even so I can tank most wizards. As you can see, again, blatantly obvious, this is the sign that a player is not trying, like, not good. They're using the same strategy over and over again, hoping for different results. Now, you could say the same thing about me because I'm spamming Tide Spirit, but I'm trying to burn cooldowns. My idea is burn all these cooldowns and then try to make a play. And as you can see, now I'm trying to really set it up. Since I know he just used his Apoth like a minute ago, I know his sleep is probably on cooldown, things like that. And if he's going to let me, I don't have to adapt my strategy. As you can see, I've been burning every cooldown he's had just using the same strategy. So it's actually working if it's getting something. All his repetitive Spark BT combo is getting is my Soul of Fire, which is solely saved for that purpose, meaning there's nothing he can do. And here, I thought I got it. I got really close. I believed a little bit too late, so I didn't get the skill off fast enough, it looks like. But as you can see, I burned his Apoth out of it, so it wasn't exactly bad. Here, I just go White Voodoo because I burned a little bit of chi on that combo, and I didn't want to get caught by a bad crit or something like that. And as you can see, I take literally no damage once that's up. And immediately, he stuns himself, so I can go back. And here, this was me making the play. I was like, I've got his Apoth cooldown, I've got some of his cooldowns, and then I hit the wrong skill. I hit Adrenaline Surge instead of Will Surge, so he went and silenced me, and I started to cry because I was like, dang it, that probably would have killed him. And here is the pathetic end to the fight, because Archer shows up and starts taking my charm, and I've got like no chi left because I've just been fighting, and Worst Sin on the server shows up and says, hi, I'm going to interrupt your 1v1 and just keep doing that for an hour. Because you see, the Blade Master was smart enough to not get involved. The Archer's like, oops, my bad. And then the Sin goes, no, I'm just going to keep hitting you forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And the best part is, this is a plus 12 DOT Sin. This is like best possible gear on the server at this time. He can't kill me, and I'm not doing anything really other than spamming crab meat and PDF charms because I've got no chi left. I can't do anything. So we didn't get to finish this 1v1, and the guy said, oh, we'll have to finish later, and he never came back. So I'm going to call that a forfeit. No, I'm just kidding. Bottom line, yeah, that's what happens when there's douchebags on the server. Don't be this guy. Don't be that guy, guys. Anyways, I hope you learned some things. If you got questions about Wizard, let me know. I'm sorry there hasn't been videos. I am on a hugely busy work schedule. That's all I can say. I've been busy. And this is, yeah, maybe I can try to record a TW. My Fraps has been giving me crap over TW, so I haven't been doing it. But I'll look into it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time.